Now, for permanent mounting, we should make an entry into a particular file. That particular file is available into root partition etc directory, right? And that file name is fstab. Okay, fstab. Now, screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
in the last class,
Yes, sir.
okay. So in the last class, we have seen that we have just mounted our partition into a directory, but that mounting was temporary. Temporary means whenever you will just shut down your machine or you will reboot your machine, in that case, all this type of temporary mounting will be unmounted. And in that case, you will not be able to get your own stored data. Fine. And we have seen the example also.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm going to make that entry permanent. So just a minute, my machine is opening. Fine. Fine. Now, thank you. Fine. Which partition we have mounted into a directory? Partition 3, SDA 3 or 4?
3, sir.
3. Yeah, 3. See, have you seen? This is the feature of the command prompt, means bash shell.
Yes, sir.
You can repeat your last given class after 1 year also. Fine. Now, today we have just started our machine. So I'm just going to check my file into Komal. Fine. ls/Komal. There is nothing. Okay. Now I'm going to open my file. Nano and then /etc/fs tab. Fine. Now see, already there are many entries. पहले से बहुत सारी एंट्री है इस फाइल में. अब इस एंट्री में हमें एक और एंट्री क्रिएट करनी है. कैसे? अब आप गौर से देखिएगा मैं किस तरह की एंट्री बना रहा हूं. फाइन. Now, here I am just going to mention /dev/sda3 Then I'm going to take tab, 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 tab. Fine. Now, slash this slash STA3 is our partition. Yes, just Gaurav, I am coming to you. Just let me finish this line. And now, what is our mount point? Our mount point is root, then Komal, fine. Again, tab, tab, fine. Now, our file system is XFS, fine. That's why I'm going to write here XFS. Then tab, every value will be default. Now, default means we can set some restriction over a partition like quota. Fine. So now we have our partition is just a simple partition. That's why DEFAULTS defaults. Fine. Then again tab 0 tab 0. Fine. I have just written this line into this file. Fine. Yes. Now, yes, Gaurav, please.
यहाँ पे कमांड डाल रहे हैं, हो क्या रहा है यहाँ समझ में नहीं आ रही सर।
अब राइट नाउ अभी हम लोग कर क्या रहे हैं बच्चों?
वही तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा सर।
इतनी देर से तो हम लोग खैर वही बात कर रहे थे। अभी जब मैंने स्टार्ट भी किया तो बताया कि जो हमने प्रीवियसली माउंटिंग किया था देखो अभी नहीं है, तो उसको क्या करना है, परमानेंट माउंट करना है। उस परमानेंट माउंटिंग के लिए अभी जस्ट मैंने बोला कि परमानेंट माउंटिंग में जो है हम लोगों को क्या करनी पड़ती है, एक एंट्री बनानी पड़ती है। किसमें? तो ETC के अंदर FS टैब नाम की फाइल में। उसी टास्क को तो परफॉर्म कर रहा हूँ।
यस सर।
है ना, यही बातें कर रहे थे ना हम लोग।
यस सर।
इससे उस फाइल का मैंने बार बार जिक्र भी किया है कि किस फाइल में, FS टैब में। FS टैब में एंट्री में क्या लिखना है, मैंने तो कह दिया कि एंट्री बनानी है, लेकिन एंट्री क्या करना है, क्या लिखना होगा, तो वो लिख के मैं दिखा रहा हूँ कि इस तरीके से इसी सिंटैक्स में वैल्यूज डालते हैं। यहाँ क्या है, फर्स्ट है कि भाई किस पार्टीशन को माउंट करना है, सेकंड है कहाँ माउंट करना है, कौन सा फाइल सिस्टम है, और ये सारे इसके वैल्यूज जो है वो पार्टीशन के डिफॉल्ट है। बस इतनी बातें लिखनी है।
सर यहाँ टैब स्पेस 0 फिर टैब 0 दे रहे हैं सर।
ये सारे डिफॉल्ट वैल्यूज हैं, क्योंकि मैंने अब इसके बारे में बताया कि मैंने इस पे कोई कोटा सेट नहीं किया है, तो इसकी सारी वैल्यू डिफॉल्ट रहेगी। यही जब कोटा सेट करते हैं तो इसकी वैल्यू चेंज होती है, वो यूजर कोटा होता है, हार्ड कोटा एंड सॉफ्ट कोटा। ठीक है, तो अभी हमारा इस तरह का कोई भी सिचुएशन नहीं है, तो इसलिए सारी वैल्यू इसकी डिफॉल्ट है। ओके,
यस सर।
यस कोमल।
Yes, sir. Sir, what is the need? So, what is the necessary to hear the entry, sir?
Komal,
Yes, sir.
if we have just mounted our partition with mount command, in that case, that was a temporary mounting because we were not able to get our data in case of system restart or system shutdown. Then
Yes, sir.
start. जो हमने कल तक माउंटिंग की थी बच्चे, वो माउंटिंग तो टेम्पररी थी ना।
Yes, sir.
उसमें तो अगर मशीन मेरी रिबूट हो गई या मैंने मशीन शट डाउन कर लिया बाद में फिर स्टार्ट किया, तो फिर से अगेन हमें माउंट करना पड़ेगा।
Yes, sir.
तो ये चीज बार बार ना करना पड़े, इसके लिए हम इस fs टैब नाम की फाइल में उस पार्टीशन की एंट्री कर दे रहे हैं, जिससे कि हमारी फाइल जब भी रिबूट हो, सॉरी मशीन जब भी रिबूट हो या जब भी हम ऑन करें तो हमें हमारा पार्टीशन माउंटेड ही मिले। बात समझ में आई या अभी भी कंफ्यूजन?
No, sir. Clear, sir. So for the permanent, we need to.
परमानेंट माउंटेड, ठीक है।
Yes, sir.
ना अभी कर लिया हमने। अब कंट्रोल एक्स, सेव मॉडिफाइड बफर, यस, so capital Y, file name to write fs tab, enter, fine. Now just run command mount, then slash dev slash sda3,
3.
where तो कोमल KOMAO, enter. Now we can check it. MOUNT mount -A, I have just activated, and then now I am going to check it with mount command. Then now press enter. Now you all can see the last line of this window. Yes, there is a /dev /sda3. In which directory? On Komal file system XFS, right? Now I'm going to check. Is there any content in this partition? So how we can check? We can check by looking into the Komal directory. So ls, just I'm going to clear my screen. ls space /Komal. Fine. Yes, there is a range. Now I'm going to reboot my machine. Reboot. My machine is rebooting.
Sir,
Yes.
so why did you use mount -A command?
Just to activate. Because in some cases, an entry which we have made with fs tab file maybe not work. That's why mount -A command is used. You cannot use it. If you will face any problem in that case, you will use.
And sir, even after making the entry in that file fs tab, you have used mount, then the partition
Yes,
name, and
mount
then
command. Yes, mount command, because to give this information to the kernel
kernel.
कि mounting है, यहाँ पे चक्कर आता है. Now read that. Again I will check. अभी तो मेरी मशीन रीस्टार्ट हो गई. Fine. Now ls. Fine.
Yes,
At
sir.
this time, we are able to get our data even after the reboot of the system. So our permanent mounting steps are correct.
Yes, sir.
If there will be a mistake of a single letter, in that case, your mounting will not work. And Vinayak, you have asked after mounting, after making an entry into the FSTep file, you have again used mount command, mount minus a command. Look, my dear friend, if during the typing or during the entry into FSTep file, if I have done some mistake, in that case, if I will run mount minus a command, it will just prompt me. Is something wrong with FSTep file? Fine. Now Komal and everybody, Komal,
Yes,
clear
sir.
है ये?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
तो देखो
now we can say that, sir, that FSTab file contains the information of the hard disk. Or we can say that partitions which we have created, sir.
yes, it keeps information. Fine.
Yes, sir.
See this. We have already few partitions. At the time of system installation, we have created this partition, boot partition, home partition, and swap partition, which mount point is none.
Yes, sir.
So at the time of installation, operating system has itself make an entry with this in this file. But right now we are creating partition, some more partition manually. That's why for the permanent mounting of newly created partition, entries should be created manually by the admin. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Still anybody has any confusion? क्योंकि बहुत ही स्मूथली मैंने आपको हर एक स्टेप समझाया पार्टीशन के बारे में. हाँ, लेकिन पार्टीशन इतना ही नहीं है, पार्टीशन और भी कर सकते हैं हम. अब आपका दिल करे आप एलवीएम सर्विस को भी पढ़िएगा. एलवीएम क्या होता है, इसी पार्टीशन से रिलेटेड. कैसे मल्टीपल हार्ड डिस्क को कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं, कैसे लार्ज ड्राइव, स्मॉल ड्राइव, मल्टीपल ड्राइव्स क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. अभी फिलहाल हमने अपने करंट हार्ड डिस्क पे एक पार्टीशन क्रिएट किया, पार्टीशन को फॉर्मेट किया, फॉर्मेट करने के बाद टेम्पररी माउंट किया, फिर परमानेंट माउंट किया. राइट?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Yes, Satish,
Yes, sir.
you have to say something.
No, sir.
I think you have. Oh, fine. Now, I'm just going to open my notes. Fine. So now we have created partition, we have mounted it. Now, one more topic left that is related to your network concept. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You have idea about address part?
Yes,
IP
sir.
address?
sir.
Yes, sir.
IP address, you have idea. Classes of IP address, how can we use it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You all have studied about it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, we have to configure an IP address at Linux system. How can I configure IP address at Linux system? Now, I have few questions. What is IP address?
Can I, sir?
No. What is an IP address?
Sir, can I?
Sure.
Sir, it is a logical addressing, and whenever whenever we want to send data to another machine, then say that's why we need to some IP address
Some IP address, right.
with the help of
IP address, yes. IP address is a logical address, and we use this address for connectivity between two or more nodes or with a network. And with the help of this IP address, we can transfer data from one node to another node, right? Serial number 18.
yes.
Okay, fine. How many versions of IPv4 IP address?
Two versions are class full and classless.
IPv4,
No, sir,
IPv4.
IPv4 and IPv5.
IPv4 and IPv6.
Yes, sir, yes.
2 versions, sir.
Yes, 2 versions. And in IPv4, how many bits are used?
4
32 bit
32 bits, sir.
32 bits,
four
sir.
octals.
और सर IP6 में 122 bits
128.
sorry 128 bits
120. And IPv4 is represented into which number system? कौन से
Binary.
number system?
Sir, binaries.
Binaries.
Not binary, decimal.
Octals.
Hexadecimal.
Not hexadecimal, decimal.
Decimal.
And
Decimal.
IPv6 is represented into
Hexadecimal.
hexadecimal. Fine.
Yes.
Okay, good. IPv4 has how many classes?
4 classes.
Four,
Five
Classes.
5, sir.
A,
5,
B,
sir.
C, D,
5
E.
classes.
Fine. And every class has its own range. Like class A, 0 to
170. 127.
127.
127.
And class B, 128 to
128.
191.
191.
190. And class C,
192 to 223.
223, sir.
right. Class D,
223, 2241.
39.
224 to 239. And class E, 240 to 255. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, fine. And every class has its own subnet mask.
Yes, sir.
Like class
Yes,
A,
sir.
class
Yes,
A
sir.
default subnet. Yes. Class A default
255. 255.0.0.0.
0. And
Class-
class B has 255.255.0.0.
Yes.
And C has 255.255.255.0.
Yes.
Fine. Now, we have to give an IP address to our Linux machine. हमें Linux पे भी डालना है. So have you ever configured an IP address at Windows machine? कोई IP डाला है कभी आपने Windows machine पे?
No, sir.
No, sir.
You mean to say that the public IP, sir, to change the public IP address which we have got?
No. Just I am asking कि have you ever configured any IP address at your machine, at your Windows machine?
No, sir. Configuration means, sir?
कभी IP डाले हो कि इस मशीन में ये IP एड्रेस होगा?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Just see. This is my Windows machine. Have you seen this type of window
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is my internet connection.
होस्ट का क्या नाम है?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Sorry, there was an internet issue. Fine. So, have you seen how we can configure IP address at Windows machine?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. 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 Right click. First of all, I have just disabled it. Just enable it. Now, right click on this. Then properties. IPv4 properties. No, see. Obtain an IP address automatically. It means your NIC will get an IP address from somewhere else, means from a DHCP service. DHCP server. But ये तो ऑटोमेटिकली आईपी ले लेगा. अब ऑटोमेटिक जब आईपी लेगा तो वो कैसा दिखेगा लगभग जैसे मैं इस पे दिखाता हूं, ये अभी ऑलरेडी कनेक्टेड है. तो इसके स्टेटस में चेक कीजिए, डिटेल्स में, तो देखिए इसको ये आईपी एड्रेस मिला है 192.168.43.198. है ना. अब ये आईपी एड्रेस तो ऑटोमेटिकली असाइन हो गया. अब मैनुअली अगर आईपी असाइन करनी है तो कैसे? तो राइट क्लिक, प्रॉपर्टीज, IPv4 properties, then use the following IP address. Now here I can give any IP address like 10.0.0.1. Then this is a class A IP address, and we can that's why it has taken a subnet mask by default to 55.0.0.0.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now okay. In this way, you have just configured an IP address manually. Okay. Now, is this facility available with Linux machine? Can we configure an IP address at Linux machine? Or our Linux machine can get an IP address automatically as this Windows machine has got? क्या जैसे Windows machine पे automatically IP address आ गई, क्या उसी तरीके से लिनक्स मशीन पे आ सकती है? क्या जैसे विंडोज पे हमने मैनुअली आईपी डाला वैसे ही लिनक्स पे आ सकता है? तो इस चीज को देखते हैं. ओके.
Yes, sir.
यस, आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू चेंज द सेटिंग.
सर हेलो सर.
यस.
कमांड क्या डाले थे सर?
अच्छा, ये कमांड यू कैन ncpa.cpl सी. ओके.
यस सर.
Now, time is going to be over, my dear. बस no issues. Let us see fast. Now see, you all can see an icon at the top of the screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We can click it here. If I have just click on it, I have got an option, wired connected. Fine. Now, turn off or wired setting. Turn off कर देंगे. Turn off is just like disable. बंद कर दिया. Now I'm going for wired setting. Now see, this is the window. Network connected with 10 Mbps speed. Can we set it? Yes, we can set it with this icon. Setting icon. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm going to click on it. Fine. Here, you all can see that this machine has already an IP address.
Yes, sir.
Actually, by default, every NIC has setting to get an IP address automatically. It has also got an automatic IP address from DHCP service. Actually, VMware itself supports DHCP. That's why VMware is capable to give an IP address to all virtual machines. But we would like to set it manually. So I have just clicked on IPv4. because I would like to do IPv4 related configuration. If we would like to configure IPv6, then we will click on IPv6. Fine. Right now, IPv4. Yes, IPv4 method, DSCP, that's why it has got an IP address. But I would like to do manual configuration. That's why we will select this option, manual. Now, as we have selected manual, then we have few options just below this. See, fine. Now, here I'm going to give an IP address, for example, 10.0.0.1. Fine. Then in Windows, we say subnet mask, but in Linux, it is known as net mask. And net mask will be 255.0.0.0. If you have any gateway means an IP address through which your computer you can communicate with outside network. So I'm just going to give a false default gateway because there is no any concept of default gateway. If we have any gateway, you can specify here. Now, if we will have any DNS server, in that case, we can specify. Otherwise, we can use universal DNS server. This is universal DNS server IP. In this way, we have done manual setting of IP address at Linux machine. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any confusion, anybody?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Fine. Now I'm going to apply it. I have applied. Fine. I'm now doing close it. Now I'm just going to check it. Fine. Now ping, P-I-N-G, ping command is used to check connectivity 10.0.0.1. I'm just entering. Sorry, we are not getting any reply. Means there is some
Problem.
something wrong. That's why again I'm going to click on it. Wired. Just turn off. Unreachable. No. I have just turned it off. If just give me a minute. Not if config. If config is not running here. Setting. Now network. Fine. I'm just going to turn it on again. Now connected. Once again, I will ping. At this time, we can ping it. Fine. Now, at this LAN icon, you all can see that there is a question mark. Actually, this question mark is just because of there is no internet connection. Because in previous IP setting, we had internet connection. But right now we have done manual configuration. That's why there is no internet connection. Okay. Once again, we can change it. Now I'm going to click on it. Wired setting. Now setting. See this IP address. Now IPv4, DSCP. Apply. Fine. I'm just going to off it and then again on it. Now there is no question mark.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
So my dear friend, now you have configured an IP address at your Linux machine. You have made many partitions at your Linux machine. You have done different types of practicals, and time is around 12:01. I have to mark attendance also. So you have my full notes. You can do some more practicals on the basis of fundamental ideas which I have just given you. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Fine. Just give me 1 minute.